Hi, and welcome to Telly Talk. I'm Liv.
And I'm Ben.
And on this episode, you'll hear our carefully considered and not at all random thoughts on a show we like. There will be spoilers.
This show is for entertainment purposes only. We're giving ourselves an age rating of 15 and above, but you're welcome to make up your own minds. Listener discretion is advised.
Talking, discussing season something of episode something of The Curse of Oak Island.
Well, you got the show right. Yes, it's season 13, episode 15.
Okay, yeah, I don't have the notes.
I did wonder why you were so confidently striding ahead to immediately fall in a big pit, like if you strode forward on Oak Island.
Yeah, so I should have let you introduce that.
Wow, this is an auspicious start.
I was just so keen and ready.
You were so psyched to be back in the Oak Island world.
That's like that overconfidence you were talking about last time.
Plainly, all of Rick's pep talks have got you all hyped up and you immediately fell into a hole.
I did, yeah.
But on the plus side, it made me look good.
Sure.
So thanks.
Season 13, episode 15.
Well done,
I
yes.
remembered from 2 seconds ago.
The episode title is called Swamped.
Right.
Which does sound so appealing.
Yeah.
I'm like, yay, this'll be a joy.
I mean, there was some stuff in the swamp, but it feels like it's overkill to name the whole episode.
It screams to me that it represents we didn't know what to call this episode. They might as well have called it the Hang On, We'll Get To It episode.
Yeah.
They take a 2-week break and they serve this up. As a
But
bang.
it felt like they knew there was going to be a break because they spend a lot of time saying, we're back, we're back, we're back.
Yeah, it also feels a little bit to me, not to spoiler the episode in general, but it felt like they went, well, if we have 2 weeks off, people are going to be clamouring for Oak Island. We can serve up kind of a nothing burger and it'll be fine because everyone will be like, yes, I'm starved of Oak Island, it's back, yeah.
Maybe. I mean, they did do stuff.
Yeah, but like the main stuff was kind of...
Yeah, because I was expecting this episode that they would start the drilling, which they did, and also lift the boulder, which they did not do.
Yeah, so it was a bit like, get ready because we're gonna do stuff any minute now.
Yeah, and then they try and, I mean, I'm skipping ahead really,
Yeah,
but
you are.
they try and oversell, it's going to be a lot of work getting the crane in here to lift the boulder.
Yeah.
So that's a whole big job in and of itself, and I don't care about that. Can you just do it?
I feel like that could be like a metaphor, like an illustration of the whole of Oak Island. It's like, I don't care, just get on with it.
Just do the thing.
If you really condense down Oak Island into its essential events, like, say, for example, a Blind Frog Ranch or something, like Skinwalker Ranch or something does with its content, how many seasons do you think there'd be of Oak Island?
Oh, I see. Like where they do, in fact, get to
If you
the
cut
point.
out all the filler and the repetitive and the dragging everything out, I reckon instead of 13 seasons, you'd have, what, 4, 5?
Or instead of 50 odd episodes, or 20 something odd
24
episodes
and a
per
season.
season, I think you might have 8.
Yeah.
So there might still be 13 seasons, but
We are on holistic levels of content.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, normally we start with the money pit drilling, but I feel like we've kind of touched on Boulder Dash quite a lot. So shall we start controversially with the Boulder Dash thing? Yeah, well, you've kind of
They
covered
don't
it.
lift the boulder, but they talk a lot about doing it.
They get a bloke in to go and tell him how he's going to lift the boulder. And it turns out they're going to wrap a chain around it and get a big crane.
Yeah.
And that crane is 130 tons.
Yes, I can't even comprehend that.
It is 1 ton more than 129 tons, if that helps.
No, it doesn't.
2 tons greater.
What's it equivalent to? And, like...
Well, I reckon that boulder is probably a ton. So it's 130 boulders.
I reckon that boulder is more than a ton.
How many tons do you think it is?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of those ton bags of gravel that they tell you aren't a ton anymore because sometimes it rains and then it fills up with water and then it weighs more. You know when you buy a big bag of stuff?
Is a US ton the same as a UK ton? Because
Oh,
I know,
God,
because
I
I
don't
know,
know.
like there's imperial gallons and US gallons, and can you tell I got a fish tank recently? Because there's different gallons. It's so confusing. Why can't everyone just do what we in the British Isles do?
I've touched a fish.
I've touched a gallon. I touched a fish and I liked it.
Stop it, you're getting distracted.
But, well, this is the thing. It's like, yeah, they're going to wrap a chain around it and lift it with a big crane, and then you've got Craig Tester going, "Ooh, we're going to have to clear the area and do some work on the roadway." Cause it's
my God, we should have totally started with the money pit, because you talking about Craig has just reminded me of the big drive up to the money pit, like the opening episode where Rick, Marty and Craig get out, and it looks like they're celebrities being welcomed to the stage.
We are going to get to the opening ceremony.
I know, but we're already talking about them now.
Okay, so we're going to cut back to the money pit.
No, I'm just saying, like, this is a bad order.
It is a bad order, and we shouldn't have done it. But, we've done it now, so what do you want? I mean, I could edit it, but it's not going to work. I said it would be controversial, and it turns out it was a swing and a miss. But, if you reach for the stars, sometimes you fall in the ocean.
Or the 12th century.
You shoot for the moon, sometimes you fall amongst the stars.
Or the swamp.
Oh, no! Well, do you want to go to the swamp?
No, hang on. I just had one more thing to say about Boulder Dash.
Oh, yeah.
Something actually relevant. The
right.
The view that we got when the crane guy was there of the area is quite impressive. I feel like for the first time I can see exactly what they're talking about, in that it's really rocky around the Boulder Dash, and then there's kind of that channel area.
We get a view right up the hole.
Oh my God.
Right up his poop hole. like that horse on on Suddenly Amish. But no, they have excavated really deep in there.
And considering they've done that with brushes and trowels, it's impressive.
I can see why they're going, can you get on with this, guys? Because it is taking a while, but as is appropriate. But they've got right under that, so I don't really know what they think they're going to find that they haven't already dug around for. Because we saw a preview of next episode, and they do lift it. And it seems like it's going to be like, do you know what? When you lift a big rock, there's a divot. But yeah, like I can see why they're like, well, there's not much point in lifting it, because I just don't see what they're going to find.
I can also see that they weren't going to find anything else without lifting it.
I suspect that's because there's nothing else to find.
But they won't know that.
No, I suppose not. And also, it's good TV content, isn't it? Build it all up and then lift it.
And it's helping us with content.
Yay!
What would we be talking about?
And that's the real treasure, us chatting about them lifting a rock.
So now we can move on. Shall we do the money pit now?
Yes.
I feel like we need to cover that.
Let's pretend that the Boulder Dash never happened, and we go first to the money pit, as is tradition. So the big thing is that the caissons are here, and they are going to do caissoning.
Yeah, but you've forgotten about the big entrance.
I'm about to get to it, Liv. Because it's the first caissoning of the season, they have to do the opening ceremony, but it's bigger, better, and grander, probably because it's an Olympic year. They're like, this is our Olympic Oak Island opening ceremony.
Is it an Olympic year?
Yeah, they're doing the... Oh, no, it's the Winter Olympics.
Oh, you fool.
Well, it's the ice hockey, and it's awesome.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Also, this was filmed last year.
Well, yeah, but they knew when it was going to be. Look, it's topical. Okay. But they get out, and they've got everyone that they employ lined up like good soldiers, all with hard hats and high vis on, even though there's no machinery doing anything.
All standing around like they're waiting for the Queen.
Yeah, and then Marty and Rick and Craig get out, and it's like, yeah, clapping, and it's like, wow, you are literally just clapping your monetary overlords, aren't you?
Overlord.
Well, there's their bosses. It would be like if my boss made me clap him as he came to work, which I wouldn't do.
It was a bit like, wow.
It was like super sycophanty, wasn't it? It was a bit like, this feels uncomfortable. It's mandated fun, is what it is.
And then they've already named the caisson, as in they know what they want to call it.
Oh, yeah.
And then they honour what's his name and what's her name.
Gary and Katja.
Yeah, we've had a 2-week break.
It feels really like it, because they go, we want to find stuff, and you guys find stuff, which feels like a slap in the face to everyone else. Because I'm like, the archaeologists find a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But no, Gary and Katja, you're up, so they're going to do the ceremonial first auguring.
I thought that they were going to write on the caisson like they usually do, but no, they get into the digger machine thing.
No, but you say they. I was thinking that Gary would be like, I'm going to let my daughter do this.
They did both have a turn.
They both had a turn, but I thought that they were going to... Gary would let his daughter do the first thing. But no, he's straight in there. He's like, sod you,
Well,
daughter.
No, to be fair, he helped her up first.
And then he
And
hopped in the
I
cockpit.
think production wanted him to go first because really, Catch is very new and we don't care about her enough yet.
Katya has been here for like 2 minutes, so it must be really galling for literally everyone else. Although at this point, half of them have probably been able to name a caisson or whatever now. But yeah, he hopped right in and slammed it into the ground. And he'd obviously been shown how to do it, because it made it look like he knew exactly what he was doing. He's like, yeah!
I mean, there was literally a professional stood right there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what you expected.
I don't know.
I'll just fiddle with all the buttons.
I was sat there going, they're pretending like he just knows how to do this, but they've plainly taught him. That's lying to me.
Right, okay.
I wanted a half... To be fair, this is Oak Island. I'm surprised we didn't get a half-hour segment of him being shown how to do it. And you need to do this and everything. Could it be a significant find on Oak Island? But what do they name the caisson, Liv?
The top pocket find.
TPF.
Yeah.
Which is...
Which is ironic for something so big.
Yes. He doesn't have a top pocket big enough.
No.
Also, like, what if they did... Like, imagine this goes exactly as they hope. And they drill down, like we see in the animations.
Yeah.
And they pull out a massive treasure pile of stuff. That's not going to fit in a top pocket.
No, it's not.
It just feels flawed.
It would be worthy of a top pocket.
Why didn't they call it the Bobby Dazzler?
At this point, I think they're just hoping to find one coin.
Yeah.
Like... something Blado.
Pit Blado.
Blado.
Well, the thing is, we have no evidence that he found a coin.
No, I know.
I don't think it actually happened.
Neither
but
do
that's
I.
yeah. I'm in the midst of reading one of the Oak Island books, the Oak Island mystery book from the 90s that was pre the Laginas.
1993.
I think it was 95 actually. They probably wrote it in 93 and published in 95, but it's fascinating to go through. And I think we're at some point we're going to do a Teletalk book club. Which as a title feels weird.
News to me.
Well, we're going to do an episode talking about it, aren't we? And like all the stuff, because it's fascinating to see like what was there and like plainly what the show have based their stuff off of. But yeah, there's like no evidence that Pit Blado actually found anything. And they're just going, yeah, he found it now. Like it's official.
Well, I mean, they have some evidence in that there is a coin, and it shows something where data, I don't know.
Portugal?
That it has been in the ground and it's been significantly salt watered at some point. So where else could it have come from?
Literally anywhere else.
Anyway.
I hate to break it to you, Liv, but there is ground everywhere.
So the spinny thing goes into the ground.
The auger goes into the ground.
And then it gets stuck.
Yes, they make a big deal of it, and it's going to be the top pocket find and everything. Rick gives his big speech that gets all emotional and all of that. Yeah, and then they're drilling down into a previous caisson from a previous season that they've backfilled with cobble. Because presumably they got a shitload of cobble lying around.
Yeah, no, they ship it in special. They've talked about the backfill before.
But yeah, this becomes a problem then because they try and drill through it, and it turns out the caisson can't handle it, and it gets stuck.
Yeah.
So they're thwarted by their own backfill.
If only they had foreseen this.
Yes, and I love they make a big deal about it. We want to find stuff. This is a top pocket find. It's going to be amazing. Immediately get stuck. Mm-hmm. But isn't this just...
And not only that, but they don't have the equipment to use the other equipment. Like, they've got the rest of the stuff, the old stuff that used to do the spinny thing back and forth. I can't remember what it's called.
The oscillator.
Yes. So that's on site, but the thing that they attach the oscillator to... not there, and it's going to take like 3 days to get
man,
there.
we forgot to bring the clampy bits because they make this whole thing because we get like the head drilling guy and Vanessa, the head of Rock Equipment, the CEO that you love, and she looks very uncomfortable. Like I get the impression that they are actually like shit. We've kind of messed up the logistics here because she looked kind of stressed.
I think it was a classic case of the lower down people that work there are giving the clients too much information.
Yeah.
Don't tell them this. But of course, Rick or Marty, I can't remember, Marty, used to be a driller.
He used to work in mining.
I don't think it was
Was
mining.
it? Oh, was it oil?
He said drilling.
Yeah,
he used to
drilling
work
for
in
oil.
oil. Yeah, so he's like, yeah, I know this stuff. So maybe there was no blagging him.
Yeah, true. And he was very much pointing out, like, so that's a 2-day delay, because I bet that means, like,
They were trying to blag
contractual...
him, weren't they?
Yeah, and he was like, so that means... He was really trying to pin him down. Like, so
Yeah.
that's a 2-day delay. That's your fault.
Yeah.
Because she was like, oh, yeah, well, it was on a truck, but the truck's broken down, so we've had to move it to another truck. And he's like, so ultimately, 2-day delay.
Yeah.
Which I imagine contractually means that they get some money back.
Well, he's also trying to be like, I don't want to waste 2 days.
Yeah.
Let's just stop and do another hole.
Yes, because they do eventually decide to pivot.
Yeah.
And just go, well, we're going to drill over there, and that's not got backfill.
But you do need all the information to be able to make that sort of decision, regardless of budgets.
Well, this is what I mean. I'm starting to think that was actually fairly legit. You know, like I'm a bit cynical and like they tend to, and they play it up. I think that was a bit more legit. I think he was genuinely nailing them down.
Yeah.
You kind of see why he's got a lot of money.
Yes.
Like I think he's probably had to deal with that sort of blagging before.
Yeah.
So it felt a bit like the old days of The Apprentice. You know,
Let's not go there.
Yeah. But I found that quite interesting, and I genuinely think that they were quite uncomfortable.
So,
yeah, they're going to move.
Drilling in the money pit failed, and they're going to try again. It's the same story.
A scene so typically Oak Island,
Yeah.
but it's like almost so much that I kind of go, did they, one, either know that this would happen, or two, is this played up as a storyline just to sort of pad it?
No, I don't think so, right? Because they told us about this spinny thing.
The oscillator.
No, the other thing.
The auger.
Right. That is amazing. They spend ages telling us how powerful
Keep showing
it
us
is
pictures
and
of it. Yeah.
how good it is at bringing stuff up, and it's so fast, blah, 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 and then it breaks, and it can't do the job.
Yep. Yay.
I don't think that happened.
To be
on
fair, that
purpose.
seems appropriate because, and I'll let you in on some of my reading.
Oh.
So, you know, with the Pit Blado stuff, so the coin that he allegedly swiped was from an auger.
Yes.
So the only reason that they didn't bring up loads of treasure then was that they were using a ball chamber auger, which would have allowed them to raise a load of like treasure and stuff. Mm-hmm. But that had broken, and they had to fall back to a old pin and hole auger, and that meant that they couldn't lift any treasure with it apart from this coin apparently. And so problems with augers is just in Oak Island's history, so it's very topical that they're now having trouble with an auger.
I see.
Yeah.
That's very boring.
I thought it was interesting, and I was bringing a fun point, and I did research, and you're just like, wow, you shat on that from quite a distance.
I'm sort of done with them talking about the money pit.
Can you tell we've been married for a decade, nearly?
Right. Should we move to the
Is that what a fine way to round off the money pit? That's very boring. Moving on. Do you want to go to the swamp?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, yes. Well, we are swamped as it goes. So we're still in the north end of the swamp.
Lot 11 on Tom, what's his name's land?
Nolan.
Yep.
Do you know what I love about you, Liv? You remember
My
the fine
attention to
details and the
detail.
facts. Yeah. Some blokey who owns a bit of the island. We're in his swamp, his wet bit.
Yeah.
We're following the vault path, so the cobbled path that leads to or from, depending on your perspective, the vault. There's now a vault, and not a vault-like structure, I note.
And then the digger arm thing, bucket, falls into a hole.
Yes.
Down, down.
Into a 5-foot hole in the ground.
They can't even see it.
I looked at it and went, 5 foot? That feels a bit generous. But then actually they zoom out and I'm like, oh, it's quite a big hole.
But it's a filled hole, right?
I don't. It's filled with a digger now.
I think the digger just like it's filled with swampy material.
Swampy
or sludge.
material.
Yeah. So you can't really see the hole, but the digger just fell. Like there was no.
When they say
tension.
a void, they kind of just mean a really soft bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I was
They
like,
find
okay.
a stake in it, I think.
They do. They found yet another stake, but they kind of brush over that. They also find, which is quite a big important part of this episode, some leather.
Oh yeah, the shoe leather.
Or when they get yeah, it's pretty. I was going to say we don't know if it's shoe leather,
but it looks like shoe leather.
And then they find more bits of it, and Gary's like, "Yep, that's got hobnail holes in it."
Yeah.
So it's old.
Yeah, it's funny because they are talking about these hobnail boots, hobnail shoes. Now, my dad's talked about having hobnail boots for years, and so I didn't think anything of it. And now I'm thinking that he was just using an old term for steel toe cap.
That's what's called an anachronism. So a colloquial anachronism. So he'll be referring to hobnail boots, but
That's
used
not
to
how
be
my dad pronounces
No,
it.
okay. So he's referring to hobnail boots, which will be an anachronism, which now means steel toe cap work boots, but they won't actually have hobnails in them. I wouldn't have thought.
No.
Someone will write in and be like, "No, they do still use hobnails, don't you know?" I'm not up on my I was about to say haberdashery. It's not haberdashery.
No.
Cobbling, cobblery, cobbleroo.
Smithing.
Wow, that would be proper old metal shoes.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
They find the leather and then they test it.
Yeah, C14 testing, and boy, does it...
did that quick.
Can you remember the date range off the top of your head, Liv?
11 something to 12:46.
Okay, so you were doing really well until the 46. So had you just gone 11 something to 12 something, you'd have got it 50% right.
Okay.
As it goes, you dropped down to 25%.
Right.
11:48 to 12:16.
Yeah. So I
So
still think
that is-
that's about 50% correct.
48 to
Yeah. Well,
16.
the first bit was 46, which is very close to 48. I just got them a bit muddled up.
Love your logic. I got some numbers, they were in the wrong place, and some of them were still wrong, but it's more than 50% right.
Yeah. I did some school marking last week.
That is terrifying.
And
Hey, this child got 423% somehow.
No.
I am good at maths.
no, stop it. I was doing the marking, and some of them were close, or they got the numbers muddled up, and I was like, that's nearly right though.
No. Oh, I'll give him it.
So I spoke to the teacher and I was like, this one's nearly correct.
This
one just answered the questions in the wrong order.
Can I just ask, what subject was this?
Maths.
Maths. You can't, no, famously in maths, you can't have, well, that was almost right,
No,
so we'll give it you.
It's so that they can understand that the child just got a bit muddled up towards the end, it's not completely wrong.
Did they get the right answer?
No.
No. Well, when in the answers, the correct answers column, did their numbers match those numbers?
Right. No.
Simple.
But...
No, no, there isn't a leeway point in maths.
I'm just saying that if you can see where someone's just gone a little bit wrong, then it's easier to fix.
Yes, but it still needs fixing, and so thus is wrong.
No, it just needs more teaching in that specific area.
Oh, so you were telling the teacher, look, this child is dumb because of you.
No.
Oh, no. Okay, right.
I was just saying, they're just making silly mistakes, it's just some numbers switched around. It's just a decimal point in the wrong way, which I agree does completely change the number. However, just don't put the decimal point in, you're all good.
Okay.
Should we move on? Back to the...
You've broken my brain.
No, I'm just saying my numbers were close. So I think that I pretty much got that correct.
Oh no, I'm so baffled. I've turned off my notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But...
Okay, so C14 was really old and stuff.
Yeah, and they were really pleased because it matches the dates that the Italian guy said about Nolan's Cross.
By Italian guy, do you mean Professor Gaspani?
Yes.
Is his the astrology stuff that you love?
Yes.
Okay, wax lyrical about this, because
Yeah.
I know there's a couple of different ones, and you're like, I really like that one, and not the other one so much.
Because this one feels more sciencey.
We're back.
I don't know that much about science. So this guy...
The maths answers were kind of sort of crazy. This one feels more sciencey. I don't think science has a sort of variable gradient. It's like it either is sciencey or it's not sciencey. It feels more sciencey. It's just got so many alarm bells to it.
And yet...
No, I wasn't going to add an and yet. I was just leaving it in the non-grey area. I was just black, white,
Yeah, you're missing the point.
Am I?
Yes.
Professor Gaspani's astrological doodaddery.
Yeah. of alignment of Nolan's cross matches the alignment of the stars from the 12th century.
Yeah.
And now they have shoe leather of that same date, and they have other stuff of that date as well.
Just to be cautionary, because science, it's a preliminary report. They have to validate it by cleaning up the test material and retesting to validate.
Yeah, that's science. They can do that.
Please, can you stop kicking your table?
Sorry.
I know you're excited because it's pseudoscience.
Well, no, they're going to do the real testing and stuff.
I wonder if
A preliminary is definitely a word that they use in science.
Yes.
So, there.
Do you know what they don't use in science? Close enough. Sort of right.
Nearly there.
It's science adjacent.
Anyway, they're doing that, and it's going to be great.
Yes. And near the aforementioned big void, do you remember what else they found, Liv?
The big void in the swamp.
Yes.
Yeah. So Tom was digging in the banks,
Yes.
and he found some inch-thick planks of wood.
He calls them boards.
That Ricky puts together.
Ricky?
And says, hey, these fit together. They would have made a treasure chest.
Yes, I love that.
And then Katja finds a key.
Oh, we're just rattling through it all really quick. Okay, yes.
I'm just going at the pace they probably should.
Yeah, but then we'll have a 5-minute episode. I do love that they fit it all together and immediately went, look at the size of that treasure chest base.
Yeah.
Like, wow, everything's a treasure chest. And of course, they then find what looks like it might be a conglomerate around a key. And they were like, ooh, it's the key to the swamp.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
It's metaphorical. But I thought they were going to say, it's the key for this treasure box. And I thought, that's a leap.
I mean, they did make that, they did sort of say that. And then they were like, we need to keep looking, we'll find a lock.
Yeah, we'll find a lock in a piece of wood.
If they find that next week, I'm going to be like, this is such a plant. But yeah, they made a lot of connections. They were like, this could be the lock to the vault that was just over there. Not the vault-like feature, it's now just a vault.
Yeah, are there a treasure box inside the vault that's long gone?
Well, no, they seem to suggest it was locked for the vault, so they're like, this could have been on a door. So they were like, it is both also the lock on a treasure box that we just found, but also maybe the lock to the vault.
But they found what they think is a key.
Which goes in a lock.
No lock.
No, so they're talking about, like, this would be a key.
So it could have
to
just
the
been
vault.
a key to the boat.
It could have just been well, obviously, like, it's not hidden.
Do you think those big sailing ships had keys?
What, do you think it's like an ignition?
No. No. I meant to get on.
Hey, Jasper, why are you making that noise? We just put the sails up.
Stop it. I meant that they might have, like, locked the gangplank.
No, I think back in the day, the big sailing galleons were keyless entry.
Right. Clever.
Yeah. They're very advanced. It's central locking.
Oh, dear.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, they're really looking forward to scanning it with the machine. So I think that will be interesting. I'm kind of hoping it's not a key. Just
I don't know
because
what
it'd be
else
funny.
it could be, though. It does kind of...
It does look like
with
a
all
key.
the rust and incrustations.
Especially when they had Katya hold it and do the key turning. I'm like, that does look an awful lot like a key.
Yeah.
Not like a car key or a big ship key. It definitely does look like I hate to say it, a big padlock type key.
Old iron.
Or is it just the key to a door that someone's gone, oh, I'll chuck it in the river?
But it wasn't a river, it was a swamp.
Oh, can I just double back for a second to
Right.
the shoes?
Okay.
I love Gary's optimism because I don't know whether you clocked his interesting chain of logic.
Yeah. Where people drop their shoes, they also drop their money.
Yeah. He was like, if you once you've got your shoe stuck in the swamp and it comes off, the next thing to happen is coins fall out your pocket.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's a hop, skip, and a jump away.
yeah, I mean, I feel like there's at least several steps in between. But I love it. He's always got a saying, and he says it with utter conviction, like you say, that's close enough to be right in maths.
I thought we'd moved on from that.
Nope. You see, it all adds up. Way! But it doesn't have to add up, and it can still be true. But yeah, it was weird.
That was my point about the maths, by the way.
Oh, yes. That's what I was saying. I have a quote from Rick that I thought was hilarious and hilariously unself-aware because he was talking about the lock and this theoretical the key and this theoretical lock and all of that. And he goes, it's suggestive, but you don't want to jump to conclusions. And I'm like, what is this show?
Yeah.
What is this show without jumping to conclusions?
How are you even here without...
The aforementioned Pitblade O'Coin.
I mean, even reading the article in the Reader's Digest all those years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, we are here on supposition and jumping to conclusions.
Yeah.
They might as well have called this Jumping to Conclusions on Oak Island. That's the curse.
Oh, that is the curse.
Yeah. I've never known anyone be able to clear such a tall conclusion from a standing start as Rick Lagina.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, also... Again, doubling all the way back. I know I do this too much, but I remembered...
Way back to the beginning.
Way back... No, the opening ceremony and Rick's
Right.
big speech.
Yeah.
Because he was like, you know, a lot of this is about the story and figuring all of that, but this is about treasure hunting. And I'm like, whoa, someone's doubled right back to the beginning. He's remembered why he's here. We're back to season 1, episode 1, where he's like, treasure, gold!
He's done with the archaeologists.
Yeah. Oh, well. He'd progressed, and he's right back. Just the addict all the way back.
We really didn't see too much of the archaeologists
No,
this episode.
I think they were lined up to clap. It was like their own
Yeah.
penance. Like, we're going to do
There's
this, and
loads
you
of
have
you,
to
and you make
clap us.
this crowd look better.
Yeah, and we're going to... It's Marty asserting his dominance after this whole Boulder Dash debacle where he's not been allowed to lift it. He's just like, you will clap me. I'm ascribing an awful lot of, like, Bond villain to him.
You are.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
He was doing it while stroking a white cat.
I was going to say he's missing a cat.
No, Mr. Laird, I expect you to dig.
Do you think there are cats on Oak Island? I guess they could just walk
Wow.
across now.
Are there cats on Oak Island?
Because before, when it was an actual island, there probably wasn't. Unless they were, like, mouse-catching cats. You know, like working cats. Are there working cats?
There were. Liv asking the big questions. Are there cats on Oak Island and are there working cats? I don't know if there's working cats now. To be fair, if there were, they would be lined up to clap Marty on that opening ceremony, so I didn't see any.
No. But I just mean, like, you can get working dogs.
Yes.
But if you did have a mouse or a rat problem, could you get a couple of working cats? Or are they just cats? And they'll just find the mice.
I mean,
and
I
rats.
feel like you should have asked me this ahead of time and I could have Googled
I've only
it.
just thought of it, though.
Wow, maybe we'll try and look it up for next episode. I would assume so. I mean, maybe in this day and age you just buy some mouse traps or poison
Would there
or
even
something.
be mice or rats on Oak Island? How would they get
Well,
there?
they would have come over with that giant ship that was buried in the swamps. So there must be, or once have been. Maybe they'll dig one up or something.
We never see animals on the show.
No, that's true. Oh, do you think like Jack Begley's hunted them all for food?
No. I mean, there would have been oxen.
I mean, well, yes, we've seen a lot of evidence of previous oxen, but the thing is, like, that island has been butchered so that I guess the entire ecosystem's probably been disrupted hugely.
Imagine if you lived on the island, right?
No.
And you had a pet, like a dog.
Right,
And
okay.
How much
so
fun it would have if the whole island was your back garden.
what would you call your pet dog on Oak Island?
Rocky? I don't know. Rover?
Wow, jeez. Okay.
Were you trying to
I
make
would
a
call
funny?
I would call him Dan Barkenship.
Right.
Hey!
Okay, there we go.
Fred Yowlin? No. That wasn't a
was
strong
really
that
bad.
was more. Oh, Charles Barkhouse.
Ah.
Yay! And we're done. I've solved it. Definitive answer. Charles Barkenhouse.
Right.
Or whatever his like.
His name is actually Barkhouse.
Charles Bark. Oh yeah, he's not Charles Barkenhouse. Oh, he would be called Charles Barkinghouse.
Wouldn't you just call it Charles? And people are like, why did you call your dog Charles? And then you'd be like, well...
Well, I mean, I'd probably be really childish and call it the Barkinator, but it wouldn't be quite as good.
Or Chip, because that's short for Charles.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. I feel like there's too many degrees of separation. This is too... Like, again,
My
this
dog
is
is
that
called
whole...
Chip
It's
because of Charles.
It's
Because of
close
Charles
enough to the
Barkhouse,
right answer,
because
but
of-
it'll do. We could call it Ricky. Ricky Barkenhouse. I think they've taken this too far.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? I think it's time for everyone's favourite. It's Carmen Leg o'clock.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in this episode.
I was going to say getting his leg over, but that sounds.
The literal mouth drop.
You couldn't see her face, listeners. She was horrified. How dare you? How dare you sully the good name of Carmen Leg? You can't say that. I've gone. Well, I've pitched shows called "What the Shit Is This" with Carmen Leg, and you were fine with that.
Yeah, but it wasn't sexualised content.
I didn't mean for it to be.
Yeah, and it was.
Oh, now we're very absolute thinking. Now it's acceptable or not acceptable.
Right, what did he say?
Well, they got him in to have a look at this knife handle, in air quotes, that Katya, and he schools her pretty quick. He's like, this ain't no knife handle. He doesn't say that quite so well, but he's much too polite.
He wishes he could.
Shut up, you. This isn't not you. I was being Carmen Leg.
I know.
I'm not just telling my wife to shut up. Oh, I'll get comments. So he says that it's not. And I love this. He was like, it's part of a specific mechanism unique to this individual mechanism, which I think is a fancy way of saying, I don't know what it is.
No, it's a very fancy way of saying, I know exactly what this is. It's a part of a bigger thing.
But he doesn't know what.
A pulley.
No. They throw all of that at him, and he's like, yeah, I guess it could be.
Oh, right.
They suggest it could, because they go, could it be a ratcheting tool from, say, a pulley, because it was found near some chain? He goes, well, I suppose it could be.
Okay.
Yes, where you've fallen into their trap.
And I just sort of came back when they were talking about the pulley, and I was oh, right.
But again, this is how they get you. They ask the experts, could it be this? And and because they're experts, they go, well, I can't rule it out, so it could be. And they go, it is! Cool. It's fact! It's a ratcheting tool.
I see.
So yeah, but basically what he was saying is it's a specifically shaped thing that will have been for a specific use on a specific tool, which is code for, I can't tell you what it is, I just know that it's not a generic thing like a knife handle.
Okay, so with that in mind, I think it came from a plane. Like, not an
aeroplane,
aeroplane,
okay.
A wood plane.
Okay. Yeah,
you know, like a plate on the plane.
For a second there, I thought you were advocating like there was a plane buried on Oak Island, like an actual aeroplane. I'm like, oh my god, this is taking on a whole new level.
A ship, a plane, a car, a tank.
Planes, trains, automobiles.
Yeah. No,
oh my god, is there a Nazi gold train buried on Oak Island?
Well, I suppose in theory there could be.
Wow.
Except that people have been searching before the Nazis, so.
But the Nazis with Der Glocke, which was their...
Maybe the Nazis found the treasure. Oh, I don't suppose they went over there, really.
Well, who knows? But the Nazis allegedly had a time machine. It was called Der Glocke, which is the bell.
Yeah.
And it was in an underground...
I don't think it was underground.
They just the
it
bell
was in the open air.
Well, no, the bell was stored in an underground tunnel in the Owl Mountains, and then they'd bring it out to what's now called Hitler's Stonehenge. This is all legend. It's basically a load of old nonsense, and it might not have existed at all. But the word is that there was this bell-shaped thing that could time travel.
Yeah.
But my thought was if they could time travel, they might have won the war.
Well,
because
it
they
depends
just go
if they
back.
went forward or back.
Oh, so they're waiting for us in the future.
Yeah, time travel.
We went the wrong way.
Yeah, or they went way too far back.
Oh, but then wouldn't we have found them? We'd have dug up like ancient Nazis.
Or maybe we just haven't found them yet. You know, archaeology stops at a certain point. They don't bother digging the next layer.
Stupid lad.
Like, they find the dinosaurs and like, cool, all done.
If they'd have just dug down a little bit further under that Brontosaurus, they'd have found Nazis.
They might have done.
Wait,
and the only reason they didn't take over from back then is because they ran out of fuel.
Hang on, I was taking the piss, but you're like, yeah, exactly. They could have found a Nazi under that Brontosaurus.
I'm just saying, right?
Oh god, the worst thing in the world. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying the Nazis might have time traveled too far back.
If you accept time travel,
that's a big if,
and that the Nazis had time travel,
all right,
then in theory,
oh my god, if you accept, in theory, this is doing a lot of work.
Then the reason why it wasn't helpful could have been that they went too far back, ran out of fuel, and just died in the past.
You know what I love about our show is we stick rigidly to the facts and what we're talking about. We have somehow ended up on time-travelling Nazis and dinosaurs. So yeah, Carmen Leg.
Oh yeah.
Alternative history with Carmen Leg. He doesn't know what it is, but it's a really specific tool, possibly ratcheting, although he didn't say that. And Emma
Culligan.
Emma Culligan says it's clean iron, and it's from Europe most likely from Europe in the 1700s. So it's pre-1800s. But she's obviously compared the makeup of the iron to all of the different iron profiles and gone, it's most likely from the 1700s. So that was actual useful information.
Pretty clever stuff. I couldn't have done that.
Couldn't you? Do you think she just went, oh, here's the results, and looked on a spreadsheet and went, there you go?
Oh, stop it. Maybe I could have done that.
Yeah, you're good.
And I'd have gone near enough is good enough.
Yes,
It's definitely
yes,
that.
Look, they've added it all up, and it's basically when we wanted it to be. To be fair, you would work on Oak Island.
Right?
You would.
I've got the same mindset. And if you just switch those numbers around, then it fits the theory, so...
I've just had the realisation that I'm married to a woman who would be perfectly suited to the Oak Island staff.
Yeah. We'd get on like a house on fire.
Yes, screaming, pain, lots of drama.
So, is that the end of the episode?
Yes.
Okay, so what are you going to rate this one?
I am giving it a very, and I think possibly overly generous, 4 soggy leather straps out of 7.
4 out of 7. Okay, that is quite good considering what you said at the beginning.
Yeah, I'm surprised at myself, but I did have fun.
Yeah.
If I was basing it on the stuff we chatted about, I'd be giving it much higher because I had a lot of fun.
Bearing in mind the Nazi time travel stuff that came up, I think I'm giving it a 6 out of 10.
I think that should be 6 Nazis buried underneath dinosaurs from the past out of 10.
Yeah, but I don't do that because
I've done
too
it for
faffy.
you. It's close enough.
Well, okay. I gotta let that go.
You do. Do you have anything else that you want to say?
I want the next episode to be better.
Well, we always want the next episode to be better. Do you by any chance want them to find the treasure?
I want them to show us the episode that I feel like they promised us at the episode preview of the previous
That's what
episode.
they do, though. You never get what they promise you. Like, I'm still convinced they're not going to lift the boulder next week. I think they're going to lift it and then drop it again or something.
I also like the camera stuff. You know, like snake cams and stuff.
Which they can't do once they've lifted it.
No, but they can do it other places. Like, stick it down at the money pit somewhere, somehow.
Just anywhere.
In the swamp, I don't know.
Throw a diver down. But yeah, it's...
We're waiting for better.
I want them to dig up a Nazi under a dinosaur.
They won't, because they stop at the dinosaurs. This is what I'm saying.
Yes,
the problem with archaeology.
Well, you can write into them and go, if you find a dinosaur, keep digging, because I think you'll like what you find. It'll be a Nazi whose face has been melted off by the Ark of the Covenant, then it'll all be solved.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. And on that note, that's all, folks. If you get a chance and for some reason you've got this far through all of our tangents and ramblings, please rate and review us positively on your platform of choice. We would love you forever, and we promise if we ever find a dinosaur, we will keep digging underneath to find the Nazi below.
Thanks so much for listening. See you next time. Bye.
Toodles.